Hello everyone. Today's lesson we're going to talk about the video element and how we include it in our HTML page, and how we're going to see all the options and the different formats. In the same way we talked about the audio, I think 2 days ago or last night. So we're going to do today we're going to do the video element. And the video element is a double tag element, the same as audio. So let me just delete everything here so we can start from scratch. Okay, and this one also. So somewhere in the body, between the two tags on the body, we're going to put the video tag. And between the open and the close tag, we're going to put our source. And the source tag is a single tag. Inside the source, we are going to put the src attribute, and this is where you're going to include the name of the file, or your video file, or the path of your video. So in our case, I have some video. I pre-prepared some videos in my video folder. You see so many of them. So in order to include the file, I have to include the whole path, which is, I need to mention the videos folder first, and then the name of the file. So in this case here in the source, I'm going to say the video, and this is slash. After the slash, we're going to put the name of, I'm going to pick one of the videos. Let's say I'm going to pick the Nature One MP4. This is how you include. And then after that, in the same way we did in the audio, we have to put the type. So we'll put the type attribute as well. And in the type, you just put, we're going to put the video slash MP4. Okay, this is how you include, and then we will save. This is how we include the video in our HTML between the two body tag. Now let's see how it's going to look on the. Okay, let me just. This is the video, but if you notice here, we cannot play the video. Why? If you look at the whole video, we don't have any control panel. So where is the button that we're going to use for playing and stop? And where is the duration? How long is that video? If we want to make the video mute or not. So we have to include the control panel. The way you do that, so let me go back again to here, my HTML file. And then in the open video tag, I'm going to add the attribute controls. So when we put the controls and then I save, and then now if I'm going to reload that, look at the bottom of the video, how it's going to look like. So now you can look at the bottom, we have our controls panel here, which has the play button, the duration, which is it's a video 10 seconds. Also the mute and unmute, I can just mute it and unmute it. The microphone icon, also the this icon is make the image fill the whole browser, and some other options. Anyway, we're going to talk about them later. But this is how you include the video, and then when you play it, you just press on the play button to see it. This is how we include the video. Also, in the same as we did in others, we can control the size of the video. You can control the size through the width and height. And as I recommended before with the image, I can put the width and height. So I can put the height, and then I'm going to put the height for what? For 700. And then I save and reload. So you notice here the height, and you notice what happened to the width. The width actually got adjusted as well. I didn't put any width, but it got adjusted because once you put the height at 700, so the system will adjust the whole thing proportionally. So you're not going to lose any quality pixels from your the image of the poster or the foreground of the video. Let me put the width here just in case to tell you exactly what I'm talking about. So if I'm putting the width here, and let me put let's say 500, and then I'm going to save that. Oops, what happened? Okay, yeah, I'm going to save that, and then let me reload the page. You notice what happened here. So the width here, you see the video is smaller than the real width, and you lose some of the pixels. So that's why it's very much recommended either you put the height or the width, and then the system will do the adjustment. So in my case here, I'm going to keep the height as, let me just put the height as 750. Okay, so, and then I will save and reload. So that's going to look like this. So you can see the whole thing, and we can see even the control panel at the bottom. Another thing you can do, you can, instead of using pixels, you can put the percentage. So like you can use the percentage. I can use the, for example, I'm going to put the height, maybe the width, and then in the width I'm going to put 100%. See what's going to happen here. I'm going to put 100%. And then I will save, and then I will reload. Once you reload, so 100% will fill the whole browser. So if your browser, like, see if I go here, so the video poster is filling the whole browser. You don't want this to happen, actually. Or if you want to do it to happen, do it. You can just make it instead of 100%, you can make it 80%. Okay, like we did with the image. If you guys remember when we were talking about the image tag. So here is 80% of the whole thing. So you can do this or this, it's up to you. Also, we have another attribute here that calls the loop, and we use that attribute with the audio. So I'm going to save here the loop, that as soon as you download the page, then now you click on the play, it will play the video, the 10-second video, and then it's going to go over again and play it again and again and again and over and over and over. It's looping. So let me loop it only once, just in case, so you guys know what we're talking about. I'm going to click here only once and see what's going to happen. After the 10 seconds, what's going to happen. See, it started again. So after 10 seconds, it started again. And if you leave it, it's going to go on and on and on and on to not stop. So that's the loop. The other thing we can use also is the muted. The muted attribute is, notice here in the control panel at the bottom, we have the play button and the duration, and then you see the mic icon. Now it's, as soon as I reload the page, you will see the muted is on. As soon as so now it's muted on, you see here. So even if you turn on the video will start without, and you don't hear anything. You have to unmute it first and remute it. So the muted attribute will start the video, yes, but it's gonna be muted with no sounds. Also, you can add with the muted the autoplay. The autoplay attribute will allow you, let me save here, to just, you don't even have to press the play button. As soon as you download the page, it's gonna start by itself. So let me reload here. See, the video started. I didn't press any play button. So it started, but guess what? It's muted. If we remove the muted from the autoplay is not gonna work. And the reason they did this, because some clients don't like that, because they go crazy when you have like the video is working by itself automatically, and then the sound, it makes them crazy, and they don't know what's going on, and they want to turn it off but they cannot. So that's why most of the browser won't allow you to use the autoplay attribute without the muted. So let's remove the muted here and see what's going to happen. I'm going to remove the muted here, and I'm going to save, and I'm going to reload the page here. See here, I reload the page, the video did not start by itself. You know, you have autoplay, but it still don't start by itself. You have to have them muted, otherwise it's not going to work. So you have to have them muted, and then you reload. As soon as you reload with the muted, the video will start by itself, and it will start as muted until the client itself himself or it will unmute the video. So I look at it, it's kind of a good feature to add the muted always to the autoplay. Okay, so the other thing I want to let you know that some browser will take the MP4 format. Most of the browser will accept the MP4 formatted videos, but some will not. So you need to make sure that you have most of the different format, like the web media format and the OGG format, just in case if somebody, let me just show you what I'm talking about. So I'm going here to add two more different formatted, which is the web M, which is web media, and I need to change the type as well. Here you need to say video web, the web M, and you do the same thing. And also we can have also the OGG formatted, and then we change the type as well, the OGG. Okay, but again, you must have those different formatting. The reason you have this, because the way the system works is going to go for the first one on the top. If your browser does not support this, it's going to go for the second. If your browser is going to support this, it's going to go for the third. And most probably 99.9, most of the browser will support one of these. And just in case, the default, you can put at the end like error statement to tell the client that it's not support. You can just put this, your browser, wait a minute, your browser does not support the video. Oops, oh, wait a minute, this does not support the video. Okay, statement like this, just in case if it goes here, the first one, the MP4 is not there, and the WebM is not there, and the OGG is not there, it's gonna go for the error message. But again, make sure that you have in your folder, let me show you what I'm talking about. In your folder, here in my folder, you notice here in the video folder, I have the different formatted, the Nature 1 MP4, and the Nature OGG, and the Nature WebM. To show you how it's going to work. So let's say let's intentionally misspell the first one, the Nature 1. Instead of Nature 1, let me remove the 1 and the E, and then save. And now I'm going to reload. See what's going to happen here? It's still working. Why it's working? Because it goes for the second. It goes for the second. See, here's the second. Let's do another test. Let's remove misspell the second one also, and save. And now let's reload. Still working, and here still working. See? Okay. Let's do one more thing. Let's see what's gonna happen here if I misspell the third one too. And then let me reload the page. See, it's no longer there. So that's why it's so important to have the three. Let me just uncomment this. Oh, go back again here and put back all the misspelled. Then oh no, and then I will go here, save this again, and then I will reload the page. Okay, so we are back. That's why it's too big, because I I need to put back the, it's 80%. Wait a minute, what happened in nature one? Yeah, it's almost spelled right. With 80%, no, yeah, that's okay. So now we have our video. So it's so important to put the 3 different formats just in case if something happened like that. Another thing I want you to know, let's remove all these attributes. Some people like to add a poster. So add a poster to the, so you can use the poster attribute. Okay, and you just put in any image. So I'm gonna go to the image. My image files has nature 1, nature 2, nature. Let's say I'm gonna put the sports JPEG. So I'm gonna pick that one. So I'm gonna go here. I will put my path for the poster. Okay, and then I'm in the poster. I'm gonna pick the wait, which one? Yeah. I'm sorry. The poster, no, instead of the poster I'm going to put the images. Images. I have a nice image here, images. So I'm going to put the past images, and in the images I'm going to put the sports here. Notice what's going to happen when I reload the page. The video is still going to be there, but the poster, like the foreground video, will have your image that you added. So let me save here, and then let me reload the page. See here the video now. If I click here, the video will start. See, I'm going to click the video, so the video starts. But as soon as the video is over, and you reload, every time you reload, you will go back to the image that you added as a poster here. So you added this as a poster. So some people like to use the poster attribute. So let me just delete this now. Okay, and save and reload. So we are back to our, and let me just instead of 80% here, I'm going to put the height. I'm going to use the height. So this way we're going to keep the height. Oops, what happened? Controls HEI. Okay, and I will make it 750. So this way we can see the whole thing. Another thing I want you to know before it's over. The preload, there is another thing, it's called the preload attribute. So the preload attribute actually, let me explain this, let me add it first. The preload, we have auto and metadata and none. The auto, you can put the auto. The auto is the way it happens, like you can, it will preload all the images, all the videos in your site before you start them. It's kind of positive. I see it as a positive and negative as well. So the way I see it as a positive, because like if you have 1 or 2 video on your website, it's not a big deal. I can put an auto that in my preload attribute. This way will preload the video before we start. So as soon as you click on play, it will start right away. It's not going to take any time. In my case here, it's only 10-second video, so that's why we don't know. But when you have like 45 minutes video, YouTube video, so it takes time. So the preload is kind of good if you have only 1 or 2 video. But if you have like 10 or 20, I look at it as negative actually. Why? Because it's going to slow down your website. So you can, it's better when you have so many videos, you keep the value as none, or the default is none. The metadata, if you click here on metadata, preload is metadata, actually is going to download some information about, it's not the video itself, but some information about the video, which is okay. You can add it sometime. Some people like to add it. So that is the preload attribute, and you can play with it. You can try and play with it. The last thing I want you to know before I'm done is the closed caption. Like some people like to add closed caption and subtitles to the video. And the way you do this, okay, let me just make that bigger a little bit, is down there here, we are going to use the track. The track, it's a single element tag, and in the track inside the track you need to use 3 different attributes. The first one is the SRC, the source, and in the source you need to put the file that has the either the translation or the closed caption or the subtitles, whatever. I pre-prepared 2 files. One of them is called the English and the other one is the Spanish, the English.vtt and the ASP.vtt. The files for the subtitle, it has to be in the format VTT format, which is video text track text. Actually, it's going to look like this. Let me show you an example of how it's going to look like. I have a couple of files here. It's going to look like this. You can do them on, you can use any text editor. If you are using Mac, you can use edit text. If you are using a window, you can use the notepad, whatever. So it looks like this. Here is the file. Actually, let me close this. The files look like this. Start with web VTT, and then you put the. Actually, I don't want to get in the details how to create the VTT file format. You can just search for it. It has to be there before you you add it to the track. So in my case here, you can always search about how to create VTT files. It's so simple. But anyway, let me put here. Let me start with the English here. Oh, you have to put the path, the whole path. I have the CC, and then my file. Also, after the source attribute, we need to add the kind. Is it like, I'm going to put a kind here, and the kind, you need to specify exactly, is it captions or chapters or descriptions or metadata or subtitles. So in our case, we're going to pick the subtitles. And then there is another attribute here, is the label. And in the label, I will see in a minute what is the label is going to do for us. And the label, I'm going to put English. I'm going to write English. Okay, English. This is English subtitle. So here I'm having one of the file. I'm including one of the file, and also let me add the Spanish also, other one, the Spanish, if just in case if I want to have Spanish subtitles. So I'm gonna put the Spanish here. Okay, I'm gonna put this is SP VTT and subtitles, and instead of English I'm gonna put the label Spanish here. Okay. Okay, let me save, and now see what I'm gonna download the video here and do. Let me see, I did save. I'm gonna reload the video, and you notice here nothing happened. It's still the same, but actually if you look at the bottom here in the options, I'm gonna click on the option in those 3 more options, 3 dots, and you will see options off. So I'm going to click on it. Now it sees the English and the Spanish. I'm including the English and the Spanish. So you can pick any of them. So I'm going to pick the English, for example. And then now when you start your file, you should be able to see your English subtitles. I'm not sure if it's going to work with the server here. Sometimes you have to be on the server to see that. Sometimes it's okay. Let's try, I think, and see first. If it does not appear, I'm going to go on the server to see how it's going to look like. So let's go here and start the video. Did I do English? Yeah, it says caption English. So I'm going to. No, actually it's not doing this, so but let me run it with the server. So I'm gonna click on go live here, and it's gonna go here for the server. So it should work now, because let me just make sure it's caption off. I'm gonna use the English and reload and make sure it's on the English. Caption off again. I'm gonna put it in English, then let's run it. Hopefully it works this time. Yeah, see now? Subtitle. This is the first sentence. Let me mute it so you guys can see the subtitle. This is the first sentence, and then after a while it's going to say this is the second sentence. So this, actually, yeah, that's 10 seconds only. So if you want to do the Spanish, okay, you just go over here and click, instead of English, go to the Spanish, and then I will try it now with the Spanish. See here, mi nombre es Carlos and mi amo Carlos de donde eres. Anyway, I'm not Spanish, by the way, so but I took a couple of classes, Spanish classes, so I know some Spanish. So anyway, this is how you do the video, how do you include the file and the path name, how you include the control panel, how do you go control the size with using height and width attribute, how to use the loop attribute, how to use the muted attribute, how to use the autoplay, and autoplay has to be with the muted. Also talked about the, I'm trying to go a quick review. We also talked about the track single element tag that we use for adding the subtitles. That's all for this video, and I will see you next video, maybe tomorrow.